hands in.
Might go now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a read.
Can I just say the last one I thought was nonsense, but there I think
Post Malone.
he's great.
It sounds like a track by the NWA. Hip Hop Police.
Okay, so this one's less obscure. So the NYPD kept dossiers, right, on rappers, right, and there was actually a specific task force dedicated to keeping tabs on different rappers. This guy, Derek Parker, was the head detective, and he wrote a book called Notorious COP.
Oh, for the love of...
And they kept this dossier called The Binder, which kept track of all the different rappers and their background, families, and associations. So did the Miami and Miami Beach PD, and so did the FBI. And if you go on the FBI's website, you can actually read their dossier on ODB from Wu-Tang, okay? It's full of newspaper clippings about stuff like Puff Daddy's involvement in crime. And there's actually a famous interview with ODB talking about how the government was following him because he knew that they were brainwashing people.
When we say the fake hip-hop shit, we talking about the government. I'm not crazy at all, okay? Everybody always saying that Dirty is crazy. Dirty is not crazy at all.
I don't think that was the reason. Can I just say?
No.
Do you know what? I can see this one being true. Because if you think about it, hip-hop as a genre is very influential to young people.
Yeah.
I can see them, not probably to the extent that this conspiracy portrays, but I can see them, you know, keeping an eye on them.
Keeping tabs on all
from a
their
distance.
connections and social security numbers.
Just think about it. If there was a rapper that had a huge amount of influence, you know, someone like 50 Cent back in the day, or whoever, and he came out and said, I'm going to
throw down something right now.
Yeah, I'm go straight.
I have the opportunity to mention it, but Tupac and Biggie, right? They were both part of one was Bloods, one was Crips.
Yeah.
So they both have gang connections. Mm-hmm. So if they're,
I thought it was more of a sort of East Coast, West Coast thing.
No, they did. They especially in the 90s, there was a lot of Blood and Crip involvement in like a lot of hip hop circles.
Right.
So I can understand why, if a really influential member of the public who has big gang ties, why they would be followed. 100%.
Yeah, I do.
In both of those murders, you look at both of those murders, they're unsolved.
Yeah,
I think there's something in that. I mean, genuinely, I do.
I could view it on the FBI website. So
I'll put that.
We'll put a link in the bio about that
one legit one. So
yeah, let's
far.
just put them on the floor.
That can stay on.
We're making a horrible mess in the studio.
Take another pick.
They're not going to be very happy. It's your turn, isn't it?
No, I just picked the hip hop police.
Okay, I'm not keeping up very well with this, am I?
You enjoying yourself, mate?
Yeah, it's good fun. Right. OVO Moloch Worship.
So you know October's very own OVO.
Yes.
Drake's label. Also linked to the Universal Music Group, who will pop up at some point during this. So OVO attire, right? Apparel has the image of an owl. Okay.
An owl.
An owl. Do you guys know about Bohemian Grove?
Barn owl.
No.
So Bohemian Grove is basically like a big country estate, effectively.
Right.
Where numerous world leaders and people of influence go.
Yes, I've heard of this.
You've heard of this to party down.
Is it something to do with Epstein as well? Am I right or wrong?
I believe he has some connection to it, yeah. But
less said about that, the better, really.
Apparently, they have these raucous parties which involve some satanic rituals, and they have a giant statue of an owl, kind of like the OVO logo,
barn
right?
owl.
Which is associated with the Owl Man, but also the worship of Moloch, which is like an ancient demonic entity, allegedly. Right?
Abe's Oddysee.
Now, a Moloch the Glutton.
Yeah.
But this is where it gets weird. So Drake is from the 416 in Toronto, and as you know, he refers to himself as Six God.
Yeah,
and he's got running through the six with my woes. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
A lot of mention of the six. Now, at an OVO fest, right? He was on stage, and a fiery number 6 flashed up behind him 3 times during this performance. 666.
The devil.
Okay.
The devil himself.
Wow. Weirdly, there was also a picture of Rihanna that came up during these 6s flashing up, and we'll come on to that again later.
Naughty, isn't she?
Then they look at the fact that Drake is also a name for a dragon, much as the devil in the Bible appears as a dragon. So the conspiracy theory goes is that OVO, October's very own, and Drake are involved in some deep demonic doo-doo. What do you think?
Mike, I round this one up with absolute nonsense.
So do I. It's the number. If they're just going off the back of the number 6.
Yeah, 666.
Triple
Yeah,
sixes.
but that it's a statement in itself, isn't it? It's like, especially in fire, it's like badass. That's what I consider it as. Like, not saying. I mean, if you're going to be worshipping demonic beings, why are you going to yell it out on stage in front of?
I mean, it sells albums, doesn't it? The theory behind, I might worship the devil secretly. That sells albums.
Okay.
7 Day Theory, Machiavelli.
It's marketing, boys.
666 math, yeah.
Very, very
math, yeah.
clever marketing, and that is all it is.
3-6.
Clever marketing.
Dig deep.
Tom's turn.
It's my go. It's my go. I'm going to pull a nice, beautiful one.
Go on.
Rihanna Rain Man Entity.
Right. Okay. So the theory goes to this is one of my faves. The theory goes to this, that the Rain Man Entity
Right.
is a powerful demon, right, that makes deals with people who aspire to be big within the music
Is that
industry.
why she needed an umbrella?
Come on. Yeah, it comes on to that. So
He's called it.
He makes it rain, gifts from above, okay? And the song Umbrella by Rihanna is like an expose of this Rain Man entity, okay? And
Wasn't it produced by Jay-Z?
comes on to that because he mentions the Rain Man in his lyrics on that song. Okay, bit weird because what else would that be a reference to?
Yeah, but Umbrella wasn't written for Rihanna. It was written for somebody else, and they turned
Britney
it down.
Spears.
It was
Britney Spears.
I was going to say it was
Britney Spears, who lost her mind
She
and was
did.
manipulated by the music industry. Now,
We're getting onto something now, boys. Here we go.
according
Juicy.
so according to conspiracy theorists, if you watch the video, right, the dance moves that are on display in the video, and I will put an image over the top of this, but they're designed so that they form the image of like a sabbatic goat, so that when they're like, you know, moving around and stuff, it looks like a goat's head. Okay.
Right.
What?
Now, as we said a minute ago, Drake was flashing these 666s up with Rihanna on screen, who was about to go on tour with Eminem. Eminem released a track called Rain Man.
He did.
Okay, just before that, to which the lyrics were, "My aim was not to become what I became with this level of fame. My soul is possessed by this devil. My new name is Rain Man." So the conspiracy theory, Rain Man entity. What do you think of that?
Mike, you filled this one.
I don't know what to say.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot. I mean, we could do an entire studio episode in there on that.
On the Rain Man entity.
We
Pick
could.
the video apart.
Maybe we will. But I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing in it.
I mean,
is
There's
there?
nothing in any of
But
these,
I mean, it
let's
is.
be honest.
It does connect well.
It's cool. It's a cool story, but if you search for connections and stuff enough, you'll find some. I mean, like the Rain Man is like a well-known thing anyway, isn't it?
Well,
So-
it's a movie about an autistic man that can
Yeah.
count cards. So I don't know
That's the
what
top-
that
yeah,
has
but
to do with
regardless-
the devil. I don't know
regardless-
why these rappers would be claiming to be the Rain
but-
Man in that
but you
context.
know the type of lyrics and songs that Eminem does anyway. When you think about it, like
Oh,
if he's
Rain
gonna
Man, he
be-
can remember lyrics.
But
That's
the
bad.
Rain-
absolutely, yeah.
When he's talking about being possessed by the devil, though, isn't he?
yeah,
But
true.
maybe he's made a connection. You know, you rap. You know what it's all about.
The devil wasn't in Rain Man, the movie.
No.
Pick another one. Go on. Dig deep.
Mike, it's your go. Pick one out.
This will be interesting.
What have we got now?
New rappers are deepfakes.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to throw it out there again, but the Tupac Coachella thing, have you seen that?
I was actually going to come on to that if you want to.
Well, because I always wondered how they did that, because it's eerie.
Are you talking about the hologram?
Yeah, so you know the hologram?
Yes.
That was a deep fake. Because the guy who was
What?
originally going to play Tupac in All Eyes on Me, the film, who then didn't.
What, the
who-
biopic on
Yeah, so the
Tupac?
biopic.
yeah.
There was a guy who played him, but there was originally it was going to be played by another guy, and that guy is the guy they used for deepfake, and he does look a lot like him. The guy
What, in
who
a
actually-
hologram?
Yeah. So what they did was they took a guy that looked like him doing the performance and then deepfaked over the top, because that's usually what
I
they
thought
do.
that
That's
was-
what they
I
did
thought
with
it was
Paul Walker
actually
as well,
him.
wasn't it? They deepfaked Paul Walker by using his brother.
Yeah, they
So
did.
you have to have somebody
Yes.
that looks reasonably similar for it
So
to work well.
a lot of new rappers who sound like old rappers are actually old rappers, okay? And they act as almost sort of ghost writers and ghost performers. And then to appeal to different demographics, they'll write and record songs, tweak the levels digitally maybe a little bit, then release the music with some either a random or a deep fake artificial face as this new created persona. Okay.
But how do they
do live music?
Yeah.
Well, how did the Tupac hologram do live music?
Yeah, but that's quite clearly a hologram.
Well, yeah, but that was obviously put out as a hologram, you know, so who knows what they're capable of. And also, Jay-Z has actually been in some legal battles recently because people have been making deep fakes of him, rapping Hamlet, the Book of Genesis, amongst other things, but Rock Nation has got them taken down. So we know that they're already dabbling with this technology out there.
But it's new technology though, so I can't see how it's been around for that long.
Well, I mean, it's a good way it's a good way to record labels to like reinvent people that don't want to be reinvented.
Do you want to do two?
That's a no for me.
Yeah, okay.
It's your turn.
It's my go.
How many have we got in the yes pile now?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, one. Literally one.
We've got 4 more left.